Ganesha Goes Green by Lakshmi Thamamisamani and Debasmita Dasgupta. Prema breathed in deep, inhaling the sweet smells of incense and jasmine in the air. The market bustled with crowds shopping for Ganesha statues, paper umbrellas, and mango leaf decorations for the upcoming Ganesha Chaturthi festival. Everyone came together to celebrate Ganesha, the elephant-headed Hindu god of new beginnings. They fasted, chanted prayers, and offered coconut jaggery dumplings. At the end of the festival, they placed Ganesha statues in the river. But every year the painted plaster statues fell apart, choking the city's river, harming its fish, and polluting the water that fed the crops and people. The chemicals in the paints had made Prema's mother sick and unable to work or afford living in the city, forcing them to move to the village. On her way to fetch water, Prema stopped by a statue shop and asked, "Do your statues harm the river?" "My statues are beautiful, not harmful," the statue seller scowled. "Newspapers print nonsense." Shaking her head, Prema walked away. Meandering through the market, she reached the riverbank. The river shone like a sea of sparkly jewels. Prema stepped into it. Her bare feet sank into the smooth, silky earth. The cool clay gave her an idea. Clay was costly and scarce in the city, but the village had plenty, right beneath her feet. She filled a bucket with river clay and hurried towards home. On her way back, she ran into her friends. "We're going to the temple to get Payasam Prasadam. Want to join us?" her best friend Mani asked. Every day the priest offered sweet Payasam Prasadam to the Ganesha in worship and distributed them to devotees after prayer. Prema's tongue tingled at the tempting thought of the warm, sugary pudding melting in her mouth. "Maybe later," Prema replied, feeling the weight of the clay in her bucket. "I have to work on a very important project first." Back home, Prema imagined how her Ganesha would look. She made 2 balls and set one on top of the other. Plop! The slippery clay didn't hold its shape. "My Ganesha looks nothing like the others," she thought. Prema tried again, this time drying the clay to harden it. But her hands couldn't create what her mind had pictured. Remembering that Ganesha was the lord of removing obstacles, she said a quiet prayer. Prema studied a painting of Ganesha, then rolled 2 spheres, one for Ganesha's head, the other for his body. She shaped logs for his trunk, hands, and legs. Then she added flaps for his ears and a crown for his head. Finally, Prema sat back and smiled at her work. "Amma, see what I made." Prema showed the statue to her mother. "It's natural and unique. If only everyone had one," Amma sighed. Encouraged, Prema collected and prepared some more clay. She sculpted another Ganesha, and another, but there were too many Ganeshas to make, and only one Prema. "Are you making statues for the entire village?" the statue seller taunted. "Clay statues can crack. Nobody will want them for prayers." People flooded the statue seller's shop to buy plaster statues. Prema's eyes swelled with tears. "I can patch my clay statues if they crack, but my few statues won't be enough to keep the river clean," she thought. "If only I had 4 hands like Ganesha, I could make more statues faster." Dong, dong. Temple bells gonged in melodic rhythms. Prema dashed to meet Mani. "You made this all by yourself?" Mani asked. "I haven't seen anything like it in the market. It's small and will dissolve without poisoning the water. I can't let another river become polluted and make people like my Amma sick," Prema said. "But I can't make a difference by myself." Mani smiled. "Maybe not, but Together we can. Will you help me make a statue? Their friends Ravi, Kumari, Amir, Noor, and Deepa crowded around. That looks like fun, they chorused. And they're natural and safe for the river, Prema and Mani replied. Can you teach us? Sure. As Prema and Mani collected more clay and water, Ravi set up a makeshift statue-making stand using old wooden boxes. Kumari and Noor gathered seeds for the statue's eyes. For decoration, Deepa and Amir made leaf umbrellas and garlands from cactus flowers and Bermuda grass. Prema chanted, Ganesha goes green, let's keep our rivers clean. Ganesha goes green, let's keep our river clean. Ganesha goes green. More kids flocked to learn from Prema and her friends. The children got busy teaching each other and making more statues, painting them with natural dyes and decorating them with flowers, grass, and leaves. Over the next few days, the village celebrated Ganesha Chaturthi. At the end of the festival, dancing to drum beats, Prema joined a singing sea of people, taking their statues to the river. Most people brought plaster statues, but Mani, Ravi, Amir, Kumari, Deepa, Noor, and all their friends carried clay ones. Ganesha goes green, let's keep our river clean, they cheered. Your statues are the talk of the village, Mani's dad said. I must admit, your statues are a hit, the statue seller said. Can we team up next year to make more? Prema's heart overflowed with happiness. The river glistened like a golden ribbon in the sunlight. As Prema stepped into the river, the cool clay tickled her bare feet. She placed her Ganesha in the water. People chanted, Come again soon, Ganesha. Prema whispered to the river, We'll take care of you. She watched her statue become one with the water and the earth.